Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of ECTV or any entities they represent.
This week on Voice of the People, Community Access, our guest is Lee Morgan.
Hello, my name is Lee Morgan. I thought I'd share a couple more minutes with you. This is our second video today, and I'm here at Pine Ridge, the former pool complex on Capouse Avenue in the 1300 block. This is where I grew up as a child, and at one time there was a pool complex here, probably built with community development money, and prior to that there was a playground here. This was the bedrock of this community. All the children came here to play. Darlene Simpson came here. I remember the time she went over the side over here on a little go-kart and rolled it like Mario Andretti. Jimmy and Jerry Hill used to come here. The McGurns used to come here. The Crowns used to come here. The Isleys used to come here. This was just the basis of the whole community. And what happened here is the city put a pool complex here. And then I assumed that Mayor Doherty closed it. Now, Ozzie Quinn, when I was part of the tax group, wanted to come in, take a look at why the pool wasn't open, what had happened to the pool infrastructure, you know, whether the water, the piping to bring the water into the pool was still intact, because there were some rumors that some of it had been stolen, and we never got access to this because the mayor wouldn't grant it. But what I came here to talk about today was grant money. The city of Scranton spending its grant money in a way that brings positive change to the city of Scranton and develops the neighborhoods. Now, here and like the Novembrino Pool Complex in West Side, the city invested in them, neglected them, and then they were closed. Now, is that the way grant money should really be spent in the city? And don't you think that the mayor and the council and the Scranton School Board should be concerned about what children are doing all the time in the city, so that they have a chance to develop and sink deep roots into their neighborhoods, so that they live in the Scranton, they stay here, they have friendships in this city, and they want to contribute to the city when they grow up. And we want them to be well-rounded individuals. We want the police to feel comfortable around them. We want them to feel comfortable around the police. We want to create strong neighborhoods. And what's been going on here is that, in my opinion, the city's been wasting its community development money because it's never coming into the neighborhood where it belongs. And when they finally build a project, they neglect it. And then what happens to it? The community loses it. If you could see this neighborhood as it was in the 1960s, when we were all here as children enjoying the playground that was here. There was a lady by the name of Marge up there that ran the playground. We had a great time here. We spent time here, you know, making small little crafts and just hanging out together. It was just something that bonded us in the neighborhood and made us better Scrantonians, and it lasted throughout our whole lifetime. And it's all gone. So, you know, I want you to look at this field and see that at one time, even prior to the building of the pool complex, there was a playground here with swings and stuff, and the children came here and we played. And we've lost that, and we've allowed politics to stand in the way of things. And that's why I think that as community development money is spent in the city, we need input from city residents to decide where that money is being spent, whether it's a good investment for the community, and to guard those assets and not let them be fettered away and neglected as this one was. So I just hope, you know, you'd spend a little time, watch this video. Pay attention, if you care to the couple of things in the comments I make, because after 30 years in council and after being in this city all my life, never giving up hope on this city and the people in it, I think it's time for the people to get up and ask the mayor. I know she came from out of town, but to ask the mayor. Let's invest in the neighborhoods. Everybody wants to invest in the downtown. For my whole lifetime, 50 years, we've been pumping money into the downtown. Let's pump some money into the neighborhoods. Let's give these children some place safe to play, some place where they can bond together and hang out and build friendships and rebuild this city. And let's have discussions on where this community development should be spent. We need a board of individuals in the city to sit together with the mayor to decide where community development money is going to be spent. And when we build these assets, we need to have people in the neighborhoods, neighborhood groups or whatever, who watch these assets and we have a city Parks and Recreation Department that will maintain them and not allow them to be neglected and discarded like this one was. And I thank you for your time, and if you would call me, 570-604-1212, and get involved in a rewrite of the Home Rule Charter. I intend to do as many of these videos as I can to highlight certain things that should be in the next charter. But one of the things that should be in the charter is determining where grant money is going to go, putting it into the neighborhoods, and letting the residents of this city safeguard these assets as they're built so that the people in these communities can enjoy them. And I thank you for your time.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of ECTV or any entities they represent.